This great novelist was called Count Lev Nikolaevich Tolstoy. He was born to parents Count Nikolai and Countess Maria Tolstoya on 28 August 1828. Yes, of course, he was none but Leo Tolstoy, one of the greatest writers in world literature. He is mainly known for his works like Anna Karenina, War and Peace, The Young Tsar, Power of Darkness, and many more wonderful stories. In today's video, we are going to do the 3 questions, and yes, 3 important questions and answers too. Hey everybody, I welcome you all back to my channel, that is English with Nilanjana ma'am, and as you all know, I am Nilanjana, and in today's video we are going to do 3 important questions and answers from the chapter, of course, the 3 questions by Leo Tolstoy. I've told you already. Now let's move on to the first question without wasting much time. So let's start the first question of this video. Do you agree with the hermit's answers to the Tsar's questions? If yes, give reasons for your answer. If no, give your views to support your argument or your answer. So whenever you get a question like this that is asking for your view or your opinion, you should state your view or your opinion at the very start of your answer. You should not give a confusing kind of an opinion. Just state absolutely in clear words that yes, I agree with this, or no, I do not agree with this. So let's come to this question again. Do you agree with the hermit's answers to the Tsar's questions? Your answer should be yes, I completely agree with the hermit's answers to the Tsar's 3 questions. Now, in the next paragraph, you have to state clearly why you agree with the hermit's answers. So, let's start the discussion. So, you should write that the hermit tells the Tsar to attach or to give much importance to the time he starts doing a work, or from the time he takes up a particular project. So that time is very important. The time when you start doing something, that starting time is very important. Next, he also asks the Tsar to give importance to, or to be concerned about the people around him. So which people, what people should I give the importance to? That was the Tsar's question. So to this he said, you should give importance to those people who are around you at that moment. Finally, he advises the Tsar to give, he tells the Tsar that the most important time is the present time, and the most important duty of human life is to be kind, is to help people around you, is to help people who need your help, is to help people in distress, people in trouble. So someone who needs your help, always reach out to that person. So this is the main content of your answer. This should be the main content of your answer, and then you will give 1 or 2 examples to prove your point. And that example is, we find 2 incidents happening at the same time. One is how the Tsar arrived at the spot, arrived at the hermit's hut, that area in the woods, and he has actually come with a target. He has come with the purpose of finding his answers to the questions, because he has heard that the hermit is the wisest person. But after coming there, he finds an old, frail hermit digging the earth, digging the soil, because he was preparing some flower beds and all that for his garden. So the Tsar, out of his own, spontaneously asked the hermit to stop his digging and give him his spade so that he could help him out. And he requested the hermit to sit and take some rest while he did his work. At that, the hermit stopped his digging, thanked the Tsar, and and sat on the ground to take some rest. So this was one thing, and this engagement saved the life of the Tsar. That's what we find. So it actually saved his life. So that was one thing. And the next, the Tsar unknowingly reached out to help this wounded man. He nursed his wound. He gave him water to drink. He helped him to survive, and that is how he saved that wounded man's life. So that was not his it was not his mission. It all happened unknowingly, and eventually this wounded man turned out to be his enemy. But the enmity was lost. It was forgotten, and they became good friends. And everything comes to an end at a happy note. So from this, it becomes very clear that the hermit was a real wise person, and his answers to the questions of the Tsar were absolutely authentic, genuine answers. Today's second question: you are tired. Who was the speaker? Who was tired and why? What did the speaker do then? So when you have questions that are in parts, you are really lucky, because you can score very, very good marks for this one. So let's start the discussion. So your first question is, who was the speaker? So you know that the speaker was the Tsar. Alright, the second part is, who was tired and why? So the answer to this would be the hermit whom the Tsar had come to visit in the woods was tired and frail. You can just add the word frail over there for some effect, and then you have to explain why. So we should say here that the old and frail hermit, or the old hermit, was quite unfit for that strenuous job of digging the earth for making flower beds in his garden. But he was continuously at his work for the preparation of the flower bed without wasting any time. Or he was continuously working because he wanted to finish his mission or his task of making the flower bed. So that is the answer to the second part. Now we come to the third part. What did the speaker do then? The speaker means the Tsar. So what did the Tsar do? So we'll come to this, that though it was a laborious task, the hermit was going on working, and that's why he was very tired, or that's why he was very exhausted, or he was worn out. So the Tsar, seeing the plight of the hermit, wanted to assist him, and he at once urged the hermit to stop digging and give him the spade so that he could help him out. At this, the hermit thanked the Tsar, gave him his spade, and sat down on the ground to take some rest. The Tsar started digging and made 2 flower beds for the hermit. So this one is a real easy answer. Today's third question. You have already been answered. Explain the remark in your own words. So in these type of questions where you have a quotation from the text, from the poem or from the prose, you first need to say who is the speaker of this, and then give an idea of the context, and then start the explanation. So we'll start the answer like this, that at the moment of leaving the hermit's hut, the Tsar, for the very last time, prayed or requested the hermit to give the answers to his 3 important questions. And just then, the hermit made this wise comment, or the hermit made this wise remark. Then in the next paragraph, we give the entire explanation. Actually, the hermit gave no direct answer to the Tsar's 3 questions. When the Tsar first came and asked the hermit the answers to his 3 important questions, the hermit remained silent. After digging the soil for the hermit for a couple of hours, the Tsar again repeated his 3 questions, but the hermit remained silent in the same manner, or in the usual way. At the very end of the job, the tired Tsar again repeated his 3 questions, and this time begged him to give him the answers. In course of time, or meanwhile, a bearded man, remember the wounded man? Yes, came running with a bleeding, with a bleeding stomach, with a bleeding tummy or whatever. So, and he was nursed and saved by the Tsar, who took great care of this man, just like a good Samaritan. And later they came to know that this man was actually an enemy who had come at that place seeking revenge. Now this wounded man wanted to take revenge for his brother's death and for the capturing of his property. However, the wounded man was greatly impressed by the Tsar's kindness, and the enmity was forgotten immediately, and everything came to a happy ending. And the wounded man also promised to be the most faithful slave to the Tsar for his entire life, and eventually the Tsar also promised him to restore his property, and thus the Tsar slowly realized that the hermit actually wanted to make him realize on his own about the importance of the present time, the now. It is only this moment in our life that that holds all the power. The power only lies in the present time, neither in the past nor in the future. So from this it becomes very clear that the hermit was right in saying that he has already answered the questions without actually answering them. So he wanted the Tsar to realize the importance of these answers, by his own actions, or from the different incidents that life put forward to him. So we got to take lessons from life. That was the hermit's intention, the wise hermit's intention. It is really a wonderful story. The 3 questions, everyone must read it. And today we also did 3 important questions from the chapter of Leo Tolstoy. So yes, we have come to the end of the video, and do check out every slide. The answers have been given. Hey everybody, please do give a like and share, and do subscribe to this channel for more videos. And if you have any doubt or you want me to discuss more questions from this chapter, do leave a comment in the comment section. See you soon. Bye.